So let's apply this in our study of Bazi. These are the daily flow of last week and next week. Today is April 16th. I will just erase the heavenly stem for now. When I talk about the seasonal aspect, the earthly branches are more important. The 12 days are 12 branches of our day. And you know this, right? Which one is the wood season, which one is fire season? Yeah, so tiger to dragon is wood, snake to goat is our fire, monkey to dog, our metal, the boar, pig, to the ox will be the water. And then it will repeat after. And if when I just draw the graph, like sine graph like that, so wood, fire, metal to water, this is only 5 element flow. Up down doesn't mean good or bad. It just means yin and yang. When it goes up as a wood fire, that is a yang time. And then when it goes to the downside, that means it is a yin time. Yin days, 6 days, and yang days for 6 days. So there are always 6 days for yang, 6 days for yin. And 12 days are one cycle. And this is the weekly flow I create every week. That's showing this flow basically. So it is quite a small flow, but it is good to know each day. If we zoom out those 12-day cycle, we can think 1 month as this, like these 12-day cycle, 12-day cycle here, and 12-day cycle here. 12 days for one cycle, and 2.5 cycles compose 1 month. A month doesn't always start from the wood. It is just a simplified example. In April, doesn't start from the wood as well. So in this case, this month in 30 days, there are more yang days, right? 6, 6, 6. So total 18 yang days and total 12 yin days. And next month might be from 6 yin days, so maybe 18 yin and 12 yang. So yin days would be more than yang days next month. And if we look at like monthly flow like this, 1 month has more yang and next month has more yin and next month has more yang. Alternately, more yang and more yin month by month. Of course, the February is 28 or 29 days, but let's just simplifying the example as 30 days. If we consider these monthly flow starting from the inwood tiger, like this, the yin and yang line might be like this. So tiger to goat should be the yang. So we can understand in this 6 yang month, we are now here, April, dragon. We are in the yang month. There are many up and down of yin and yang days here. These 6 months are whole yang month, but there are yang days and yin days, yang days and yin days, like that. Yeah, I'll just go more and more like that. And if we extend this to 1 year, we will know 6 months will be yang month, right? 6 months, February to July will be the yang month, as we said. And the 6th month will be the yin month. August to January will be the yin, metal, water, yin. Again, I erased the heavenly stem because the earthly branches of each month are same for every year. April is always dragon month every year. September is always monkey. And heavenly stems are different. So if we consider this as a 1 year cycle, 6 months are yang, 6 months are yin. What if we draw 12 years? This is 12-year cycle. So each year has 6 months yang, 6 months yin. Each year has the rabbit year 2011, 6 months yang, 6 months yin. No different. It is like repeated pattern for every year. So first half of each year will be always yang month. Later half of each year will be always yin month. And can you guys guess what I will do? If we consider the bigger flow of whole 12 years, 6 years are always wood, fire, yang, and 6 years are always metal, water, yin. So let's start from 2022 again because it is this year. From 2022, the wood year starts, tiger wood, and wood, fire, yang years for 6 years starts from this year, 2022. And from 2028, the metal, water, yin 6 years will start. So we can see even though those are wood, fire, yang years, there are many yin months, right? There are half of each year are at least yin month. And even though there are metal water in years, there are many yang months. Can you guys follow that? Just let me know if it's too fast. So we can understand yang month with yang years with yang month might be overlap, so double effect, yang plus yang. But yang years with in month might be a little bit balanced, and the in month same. In versus in years versus in month should be the double effect of the in, but the yang month in the in years might be a little bit balanced. So if someone's chart has yang energy dominant as a dominant energy, you can be a little more careful, a little more cautious in those yang overlapped moment. And you can be a little more careful, a little more cautious in those in overlapped years if the water, metal, in energy is dominant energy for your chart. Do you know any major events or inventions that come from the yearly cycles? Yeah, there are some, like metal years, especially heavenly stem. There were many events. You can watch the big picture of 2020. And there are many historical events that correspond to this 5 elemental energy as well. Big Tai Chi, small Tai Chi. Yeah, that's the... Where did you hear about that? Big Tai Chi, small Tai Chi. It's like in Master Dong's seminar. Yeah, so these are 12 years. So 6 years should be my side. 6 years should be not my side. So 6 years are good, 6 years are bad. Everybody has that aspect. And then in that 6 years, also there are yin and yang aspect. Okay? So let's go to the bigger cycle. Let's go to the bigger cycle. The great life cycle, so-called Da-yin, or 10 years luck pillar. These are composed by 10 years each. So it is not perfectly matched with 12-year cycle. These are 12, but one great cycle is only 10 years. So there are always mismatch between 10 and 12. So if the Da-yin starts from the in-wood tiger, like 6 years good and 6 years bad, you can see that yearly flow, but Da-yin's flow has added to this. It might be like that, right? So Da-yin's flow is all yang if your cycle is in those 6 characters. But in those Da-yin, there are always up and down flow. There are always in aspect. There are like yang overlapped aspect. So it is repeating. It is repeating. And if your energy is in like snake to dog, the cycle could be like that, from the fire to metal. Someone's cycle looks like this, and someone's cycle looks like that, just in aspect, metal to water. I mean, someone's cycle looks like that, water to wood. Yeah, it's a fractal image. These are whole flow. Somebody's Da-yin starts from dragon, somebody starts from rooster. That's all different by our individual chart. But the whole cycle of the Da-yin is 120 years. And some people just live with this yang time, and some people just experience only in aspect. And some people's life suddenly change from the yang to in, like from goat to monkey, or from the ox to tiger. That is kind of flipping between yin and yang. That's kind of big change we can experience. How does this relate to 7 and 8 year cycle for woman and man described in Yellow Emerald Classic? That's all about symbolic. That's all symbolic meaning. That 7 year and 8 year are not that accurate actually, but approximately that is a yang number versus yin number. The 7 is the number of yang that is represented as a yang number. 8 is one of the yin numbers. So the Yellow Emperor put the 7 and 8 for the men and women. So it is different, quite a little bit different from this Bazi number. Let's just make a simple, very simplifying graph. This is different from this. It is the favorable energy, favorable degree. Graph going to high. High means more preferable energy to certain chart. It goes up, it is good. And this is the flow of the great life cycle, Da-yin. If we consider this is a Da-yin's flow in general, if we add the yearly flow in there will be always up and down movement in favorable time or not favorable time. If Dion is favorable, but the yearly flow could be not favorable, and then Dion is not favorable, the yearly could be favorable. Therefore, whatever the great life cycle you are in right now, if you can understand these yearly flow, you can use those energy to know how we can prepare and act. It is similar to like the graph I showed you guys in the beginning. If you understand this is a not that bad time comparing with here, but now you know. Now you know the graph is increasing here. If you understand that, you can prepare for that. And you can use this flow to do something.